We were coming out today to basically have a conversation about arming teachers, about some of the precautions that we can take to try to protect our students and protect our teachers here in Texas. As soon as our speakers are done right here, we're fixing to have a Q&A from the crowd so that way they might ask some of the organizations what we plan to do in the future, what legislation we're going to try to pass. Some of the ways and some of the training that the teachers go through in order to be able to carry a gun. And so it's basically about starting the conversation.
There are people in this country who want to destroy it. They don't think it's destroying it, they think it's transforming it.
I carry a gun every day. I don't carry a gun because I want to shoot somebody. It is a last case scenario to get me home to my kids. And I think with these children in our schools, if a teacher wants to carry and that gives me a better chance of having my daughter or my son come home, I think we need to let them. And I really think, honestly, it doesn't need to be the school board's decision on whether or not a teacher can carry. If they can go through all of the background checks and everything like that, and they can pass a mental health evaluation and do the training, I think they should be able to go through the state to do that, and that it should be completely anonymous. Nobody but the police force and maybe the school administrator know. The high school is a campus just as well, and I know children aren't able to have a firearm, and they're not old enough to have a firearm, but there are teachers in there. There are teachers in there that would like to be able to protect not only their students, but protect their own lives as well. And we're denying them for what reason?
What breaks my heart is when there's a shooting anywhere, but especially in our schools, and you hear these stories of these children and these teachers and these faculty members talking about being huddled in the corner, the back corner of a room, throwing desks on top of each other, putting stuff in front of the door, and just hoping and praying that that person doesn't come through that door. And then when that person does come through that door, then what? But what current policy tells our teachers is that we trust you, those of you that are licensed, we trust you to carry a gun everywhere else in society. You can carry it when you take your kids shopping, you can carry it when you go out to eat, you can carry it when you go to your family picnics, when you go on the boat, wherever. We trust you to carry a gun everywhere, but all of a sudden when you cross that magical line that's called a school zone, you can't be trusted with a gun. What does that say?
Got a good diversity of crowd out here right now. We'd love to have more, but it is what it is. Some people are afraid of heat, even though we live in Texas, and then others that couldn't make the travel. But we did gain a lot of support from a lot of Texans around the state.